All right, guys, we're here again with another one of these
things
that the kids call videos on the YouTubes, and we're talking about a little known subject called Pokemon. I don't think you guys know about it.
Maybe some of you.
Do you know? Someone should. Okay, yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And did you know? You guys know in the newest game how they have a Diglett, but it's not a Diglett.
It's wet and sloppy.
It's wet and sloppy. Wow, that's something I never thought I would use to describe
wet and
Diglett.
sloppy.
Oh my god.
Missed opportunity. Call it slap it.
Oh,
Slaplet.
Convergent species. We're here. This is what we're doing. Welcome to Doodle Lounge.
We're gonna converge. It's converging time.
It's time to converge. It's time to ruin other Pokemon by making them other things.
Yeah.
Or making them better.
Nah.
And you know who we have with us today? We have a very special guest.
Who do we have with us, James?
We have PRIMA Media is here with us. Say hello, please.
It is me, PRIMA Media.
Listen to that voice. Listen to it. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Hello.
I have a so-called YouTube channel.
A so-called, yes. What do you do on that YouTube channel? Do you make cooking videos? Oh, okay.
I draw a lot of Pokemon.
A lot?
And yeah, it's a lot. Well, okay, sometimes I'll upload maybe 3 times a year and then I'm like, screw it, and I'm out. I just drop 5 videos a month and then I'm gone, and then you don't see me for a year.
Thus is the life of a YouTuber.
Very professional.
Very professional.
Very professional.
I'm having an issue here, guys.
What is your issue?
I don't know what YouTube is or what Pokemon is.
It's YouTube is kind of like Donnie,
where you are the tube, like Wiglett, right?
YouTube is kind of like Wiglett.
Are we in a YouTube?
It's sloppy and wet.
It's sloppy and wet.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah.
What are we doing with our lives? Oh man, that's
I've visited one of those websites before.
Not that website. That's a different website.
Whoops. Oh, gotta. Good thing I'm not screen sharing.
Don't go to Wiglett.com.
Don't. Okay, so what we've done, I'm gonna get off of this wet and sloppy, slimy, whatever we said.
Are you gonna get off, huh?
Oh, God, I walked face first into that one.
So yeah, we're doing Convergent species today.
Yes.
And we have not decided on who's going first, but
Totally not.
I think that we totally didn't. I think that our guest of honor should show us what you came up with.
I got the thing. I got the Pokemon.
What Pokemon did you
chose? The Pokemon. I chose the line, the Sandslash line. The Sandshrew and Sandslash.
You did not.
Yeah, I did.
That's my favorite Pokemon.
Well,
That
there you
is
go. Oh
such a
God,
good line.
I hope this satisfies you.
It will.
Now you're putting extra pressure on me right now. You know.
Oh, peer pressure. Yes.
I got so much peer pressure.
I'm loading it on.
Yeah. Okay.
The pressure's on.
So, Sandshrew and Sandslash are cute Pokemon, right?
Yes.
And one of the Pokemon, one of the things that I want to do with Convergent Evolution is make a bug type, just because it's weird. Just because it's really weird. You make something a bug type, you automatically make it weird.
Absolutely.
Okay, so one of the things that are very common in Europe, because this Pokemon is going in my region, little plug right here. I'm making a Low Countries based region. And this Pokemon, or rather this creature, animal, is very common in all of Europe. It's called the European mole cricket. So this is actually a cricket Pokemon.
I know this bug.
Also, a roly-poly, somewhat.
I love roly-polies.
Wow.
You see, Sandshrew and Sandslash aren't... Well, Sandshrew is more just one thing, but then Sandslash has, multiple things going into it. But, none of these Pokemon are just one thing. And Pokemon tend not to be just one thing. I mean, Sandslash is called, what is it called? The mouse Pokemon? Is it a mouse? No. Lies. Lies and slander.
Lies and slander.
This
Did they really call it the mouse Pokemon?
It's a pangolin.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a pangolin. It's also a hedgehog.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
It's a hedge pangolimadillo.
It's a hedge. Yeah.
Somehow it's also a
right.
goldfish.
Get that right. So what
It's
I thought
closely related to the goldfish.
what I thought would be cool is to have, because we know these Pokemon, Sandslash and Sandshrew, they hunt a lot of bug-type Pokemon, right?
They do.
What if one of those bug-type Pokemon evolved to fight back?
Yes.
That's
So it's not that you are what you eat. Okay. I have to open my
say hello
clip
to
studio.
Sandshrew.
Ooh, I love it.
Whoa! Oh,
Whoa.
wow!
I don't
There it
remember
is.
if I knew that name or not. Forget.
Yeah. I may have talked about it a little bit with Donnie before. Maybe.
I didn't get to see it though.
No, you
This
didn't.
is cool. This is
This
like
is the
so. This
coolest.
is like this bug Pokemon. Like it evolved to look like Sandshrew, so it wouldn't be hunted
so
by
that it doesn't get
Sandshrew.
eaten. Yes, exactly.
That is so cool.
It's a type of defensive mimicry. Let me read the Pokedex entry, actually. This Pokemon has evolved to resemble and behave just like Sandshrew. Biologists think this is due to the fierce competition where these Pokemon live. Some even think that this Pokemon evolved from bug Pokemon that Sandshrew hunted, displaying a form of defensive mimicry. So I pretty much gave it away. It's one of the Pokemon that, hunting and stuff. So, like, if you're being hunted by something, just evolve to look like it. Solved.
There you go.
It doesn't need you anymore.
You
pretty
did a
brilliant.
fantastic job on this. I am not as a Sandshrew fan here. This is
Sandshrew
not.
connoisseur.
This is I would own this.
Thank
I would
you.
have it on my team with the Sandshrew.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It definitely looks a lot cooler than most bug Pokemon.
I wanted to make it look like a bug, but also not too much,
Mm-hmm.
because
I
you're
think that's
making-
what's endearing about it.
you're turning you're turning something that's very mammalian into a bug, right? So how do you do that? So I basically kept the same shape that Sandshrew has, but I made the little ears, like mole crickets have like these antennae, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have that to, I don't know, do mole cricket things, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you can tell right on my drawing, those ears are actually the antennae. So the silhouette, it looks like Sandshrew, like straight up, but then you look at it and it doesn't look like Sandshrew as much anymore. Or like maybe if you squint your eyes, it kind of does, and you might be fooled into believing it. But the closer you look, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot different about it. I think that's kind of what I like about it. Like Sandshrew has been around since Gen 1, so we all know this. We all know the silhouette. We all know what it looks like. So when you first look at this Pokemon, like immediately you see Sandshrew, but then you look closer. Like the more you look at it, the less it looks, and that's kind of the point, right? The more you look at it, the less it looks like it.
Exactly.
So we can tell a difference, but Sandshrew itself would not. Or even if a Sandshrew looked at this long enough, maybe it would be able to tell, but that this thing wouldn't be hanging around Sandshrew. It looks enough like it to where it can easily get away without being eaten.
Yeah, it's just doing its own thing. Just leaving alone Sandshrew.
I love how well it plays with like the bug type, how you made it look. It's incredible. It's even got that like cocoon looking shell. It's so awesome. I love it.
Thank you. I also made the little arms, the little extra arms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see
made
it
sure
on
that
the
those
side.
Those are
So
very
cool.
very subtle, and they're like into the silhouette. So like I was thinking of making them, go out the body, but then the silhouette wouldn't work as well. So.
And I like that you base this on a bug that fundamentally does the same thing as a Sandshrew, which is digging. It's a mole.
That's
which is convergent. That's what a convergent species is basically. It does the same thing, but just in a different place.
And a mole cricket is also converging with a mole, so it's a double convergence. I win automatically.
Yeah,
dang it.
You definitely won.
Why do we keep letting the guests go first? We invite them on here to do the things that they do, and then we think we can beat them. Why do we do this?
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Dang it.
Also, what I was experimenting with this drawing, to be specific, because I made it like 2 months ago. Because, this recording happened very late, by the way.
Don't call us out like that.
I played a lot with line variety, which is something I'm very new to. The parts that are supposed to be in the back, they're very lightly, very lightly lined. Then like the ones in front, they're very thickly lined. Like I had a lot of thick. Like if you can see at the arm, at the left arm, it's very thick. The lines are extremely thick, and that was an experiment. I'm not entirely sure
I like
how
it.
I feel about it now, because Pokemon doesn't really do that. So they have more thinner lines, but I wanted to try something different and kind of experiment with line variety, because line variety is honestly just super fun.
Right. Well, there's also a lot to be said about like it's hard to do, because I, as an artist, like to do like style studies, so where I try to mimic very distinct styles, and the Pokemon style is a very big one for me. So I can see like where, like with the shading and stuff, it's very much the Pokemon style, and I can tell what you did with the lines is very not Pokemon style.
Yeah.
So I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I want so badly to like draw Pokemon in my own style, but then I end up not liking it unless I draw it in the Pokemon style.
Yeah.
So I respect
so
so much.
Wrong, right?
Yeah, exactly. You think something's wrong.
I really like flip-flopping in between, because that's just super fun. And also what I liked about this one a lot myself is that the shadows, I mean the lights, sorry, they have like a very mud. They look a bit like mud to me. I don't know if that's also something you guys are seeing, but
yeah,
totally. We can see that. Yeah,
I really like his coloring. My favorite detail is the tiny little like, what's it called? Useless appendage. I forget what the word is for it. Like when.
I know what you're talking
calling
about.
My Pokemon useless.
No, just
I like the
appendage.
little claws on his waist. Like it's like a bug leg that evolved to like kind of not really be there anymore.
Those are actually the clips for his suspenders. It's holding his pants up right now.
Yeah, it's holding its pants up. One of the things I really liked about this design is the little pops of green.
Yes.
That's one of
Guys,
my
it's kind of like
can you hear that
opposing
lawnmower in the back?
No.
All right, thank God.
Now I gotta put that.
I
in
can
post,
just hear the
thanks.
white noise of your thoughts.
Sorry.
But yeah, I like how it opposes the blue Sandshrew.
Okay, so that was Sandshrew.
Well, I'm excited
Now,
for Sandslash.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. So the one I'm about to show, I wanted to do something a little bit different. It still vaguely looks like Sandslash, right? But I wanted to evolve the concept of convergent evolutions a little bit more, because I truly do think that a Pokemon looking like something in the first stage for a defensive purpose is really cool. But why would it have that when it evolves? Right? I don't see it as matured. So I don't really see the point. And I really do think that Game Freak could have been a little bit more extra with their convergent evolutions. So here I introduce Sand Gnash.
Woo! Whoa! That looks straight up alien. I love it.
The hunted has become the hunter.
This thing looks like the Predator from Alien and Predator.
So the thing that I really wanted to do with this one is highlight that bugness 100%. I just wanted to make that bugness so much more clear. I mean, yeah, if you look at its silhouette, it still looks like Sandslash, but then once that gets, once the whole thing gets revealed, it's not Sandslash anymore. It's got the little extra arms, that little cute little arms that it like uses for like, those big slashing arms. It uses that to slash its prey, but then it uses those little ones to eat with it.
Aww.
Yeah,
I mean, and also, ew.
And the little eyes are they were just really cute, really fun and cute to design as well, because I knew I wanted to give it extra eyes to really, get that bugness in there.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I'll just read the dex entry because I think it really adds to the lore. This Sandslash lookalike has evolved to be just like it, even sharing its prey with it. It is a fierce competitor despite its smaller size, using its extra legs to dig faster than its rival. Its extra eyes that can detect movement that can detect movement extremely quickly as well. That's probably not grammatically correct, but who cares?
That's all right.
Pokemon. We don't care.
It's okay, you're Swedish.
So Sandgnash is pretty much Sandslash, but like a little bit better. It may be small, sure, maybe a little bit smaller than Sandslash, but it's got extra appendages. It can do a lot with those. Yeah. Right? And like it can even go into a ball like a roly-poly. So not like a like an armadillo or like a pangolin. No, like a roly-poly. It just goes in there and goes into a ball like Sonic. And yeah, it's got the little eyes that can detect movement extremely well. So like, do you guys ever notice when you're looking at something and you see something in the corner of your eye and you detect that a lot? You detect that like super quickly.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually how it works. So like, if something's in front of you or something is in the corner of your eye, you can always spot the corner of your eye quicker because we've all evolved to be like that, so we can detect predators.
Yeah,
we've all evolved to be
rather,
paranoid.
prey in this case. So it uses those small eyes to like detect movement really quickly, and then it just like goes at it, and those huge arms are just.
I love the design here as well, because I love that you went full bug, and it has like a bit of scorpion, a bit of like a praying mantis almost with the hands up. It looks so good. Your design's definitely like 10 out of 10. Awesome.
Thank you so much. I really wanted to just go crazy with the bug type. I was thinking of giving it a ground type maybe, or maybe a flying type and giving it wings. I think that would have been interesting.
That would have been definitely
interesting. I might do that.
Maybe a third evolution to it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of maybe doing something like Gurren Lagann and giving it like a spin trail, giving it like a drill tail.
Oh.
That it could go into the air and then it just like crashes down. But I don't know. Right now, I'm definitely happy with this one. I just think it's cute and it's also scary looking at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Well,
I love the shiny.
Yeah, the shiny is really good.
I could totally see an anime episode where someone owns a shiny one and like someone's Scyther falls in love with it.
That sounds super cute.
But then this thing eats it.
Yeah. High five.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome.
We are dark.
And you know when it opens its mouth, it has like 50 rows of teeth.
No, stop. Stop it.
Let me kiss you.
I can see that. Pincer was really scary when you think about it. Really messed up design for a bug type that early on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it was one of my favorites.
Eat your heart out, Heracross.
So the tail on the back, the little green things right there, I just thought of them. Literally, I just thought of it, and I think, you know what? That would be a great thing that it could use to attract mates. Just came up with that out of nowhere.
It kind of reminds me of the back of earwigs. I don't know if that's what they call them where you're from.
Yeah,
earwigs. Yeah, that's what they call them.
Creepy little bastards.
I can see him kind of being like these, like almost pincer, like scissor things on your guy.
Oh yeah, I could use that to like.
But like it could also be like a display thing,
or like detect movement. Anything really. I really hadn't thought of it that.
Like I could see it like it does like a mating dance where it swishes its tail from side to side, but each time it swishes it one way, it like clacks them together like those one things in the Spanish dance. It's like.
We can always count on Donnie to come up with a mating ritual for our Fakemon.
I can't help it. I see awesome. These cool Fakemon, and I like imagine them animated.
I was thinking like it would just be like this little sapling looking thing in the tall grass, and that would be your like first encounter. Kind of how like Sudowoodo was just a little tree. You see this popping out, like it looks like a little like branch like moving in the grass.
Oh, we could use that to lure prey. That actually
like something
really
like that.
Cool. Yeah, it actually sounds like a really cool idea.
And then it kills them.
Yeah.
You know it would actually be funny if you do the 3-stage evolution. This is technically the cocoon phase.
Oh.
Like look, like the whole back area is not as spiky, so that could almost act like a pine cone cocoon. And so it's also got kind of like this cocoon-a look to it.
You know what?
Like
you're
giving me real monster
right
comes
now.
out of the back.
You're giving me horrifying ideas.
Yeah, I don't like this.
That's great.
The real monster comes
It ends
out
up
of the back.
It ends up being the dragon bug Pokemon that Flygon should have been.
You have to make it a dragon.
So many ideas right now. Like I'm not
now
even kidding.
Now I'm behind
I'm gonna steal this. I'm gonna straight up steal this.
Totally steal it. I never stole anything from Donnie, by the way. I just wanted to let everybody know. You're not in the episode, but I just wanted to let you know about it.
What I really like is that I can't remember who told me, but like that it looks like so many bugs. That was not the point. I wanted it to be mainly a mole cricket, but I love that actually, that it resembles a lot of bugs. That's great. That's all because it's pure bugs. So
well, to be fair, I've never seen a mole cricket, and also It looks awesome.
All right. Who are we?
Who is next?
Or should I
James
show you
is
my...
next.
So apparently I go next. So
I mean, you've been hyping yourself up, so.
Yeah. Okay. So the Pokemon that I chose to converge is I chose Sandile.
Oh, you did you?
I did. I did.
Is that where that
curious
split
where that's
evolution
gonna go.
came from? You're like, oh, I'm already working on it anyway.
Literally,
What's this look like?
yes. The type split that I did for Crocodile. Yeah, I was right after I finished these. I did that one. I'm like, I'm already on a Crocodile hype train right now. So yeah.
I knew it.
So what I did is it's based on a crocodile / alligator. The naming conventions kind of go between that. So what I chose to do was to make it an alligator gar.
Ooh, that's awesome.
That is so cool.
So I turned Sandile into a water Pokemon.
Oh my
So
god!
this is Congar.
That's so pretty cute.
That is
The
so
shiny looks like
cool,
Sandile.
dude.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That
I
is
tried.
ridiculously cute.
Yeah,
Wow.
thank you. I was so happy with these because I really feel like I actually made a convergent species.
You do know that
Yeah,
That is really
should.
good.
if Ash got one of these, the middle form would have to wear goggles instead of sunglasses.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it would.
Yeah. So yeah, I basically I wanted it to look. I wanted to have a lot of the same, like you could tell, like this is a convert. I think that's what most of them go for anyway.
Oh,
like
I can tell 100% straight off the bat.
yeah. So most of these, I tried to keep the head looking very similar to its Sandile, counterpart, the original. But then the rest of it was more a mix, and towards the end, it just became all fish. So, yeah, I was, as you guys know, not that, I guess not so much the audience, I've had a very big problem wrapping my head around what a convergent species is. Like, I've been wrong every time up until now. So I was
really
really
like 3 lectures.
if you all could see our Discord of Donnie just being like, no,
I'm like, here's some charts and graphs and examples.
Yes, charts, graphs. Here's what's right, what's
when
wrong.
I saw that, I was like, oh, come on.
But yeah,
Wow.
I really feel like I nailed it here with what it actually is. So yeah, the Pokedex injury, it's really simple. It has an uncontrollable compulsion to nibble on any living thing that crosses its path. Like it lives in certain areas in ponds, and it doesn't so much go for the kill every time, but it's kind of like a shark in a way that the first bite is just to test. I just want to see if I can eat this thing.
Yeah.
And this
So
thing,
in other words, James from Team Rocket would have one of these.
exactly, and it would be tasting him constantly.
Affectionately.
Yeah, which is why this is the nibble Pokemon.
That
sounds so
great.
cute.
Yeah,
It
so
sounds cute.
I kept it as it's water dark, and I think I kept that through all the evolutions. I haven't really looked at this.
It looks like one.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I keep the Pokedex entries pretty simple. Most of the time it's going to be 50-50 with the male-female thing split. And I think I pretty much gave it the same stats.
From what I researched, the Convergent Pokemon have the exact same stats as their counterparts.
Well, good. I'm pretty
they
sure
do
I
have
kept it that
yeah.
way. I think I kept it that way. I don't know. We'll find out. I do not go.
Someone in the comments will tell us.
Yeah, I don't deep dive into Pokedex stuff. This is not my strong suit. I just like trading them, and then I just kind of throw them on here and hope no one questions me.
But then you forget I'm on this channel.
Yeah, I
like,
keep
well, actually,
You push your glasses up further on your nose.
I literally just did that.
Oh my god.
Well, Pokedex
Actually.
entries tend to be very short, not like the lore typing stuff that most of us seem to be doing.
Hey, I'm just trying to do all 3 versions of the game in one Pokedex. Okay?
There you go. So now I think we'll move on to my middle.
Well, hold on.
evolution.
I want to give my feedback on this.
Okay, feedback. Feed me back. Yes.
Rip it up, do it over. It's awful.
Okay.
Okay, no. So Usually, at least from the very few instances of convergent species we have, usually their silhouettes are almost identical, right?
Yes.
Here, you threw that out the window because you don't follow rules.
That's right.
But you still nailed it because the second you see it, you're like, "Oh, that's Sam." Whoa, what was that?
Yeah, you instantly notice something off, but it's like very
Like
good.
you broke the rules, but you still getting a passing grade.
I
Like,
give you
maybe an A
You
minus.
step on it, you get attacked.
I give
I
you
love it.
like double S plus because not only did you give it little arm bulbs to where the arms used to be, but you gave it little fins popping out that like mock the hands. It's so good.
yeah. I like I said, I wanted it to go from like starting to get the nose. It's like it is Sandile for the most part, but then as it moves back, it turns into a completely different Pokemon, like totally indistinct from the original. So yeah, I'm glad you picked up that little bulbs.
I could see
used to be.
I could see like a hunting tactic with this thing. Like, say they actually hunt something that hunts Sandiles, and so they'll sit in the water with just their heads poking out, and so this thing will come in and try to chase them, and then once it gets in, it like retreats into the water, and this thing chases it into the water. Whatever it eats Sandiles, I don't know. But then once it gets in the water, it finds itself surrounded by 50 of these things, and they piranha-ize it.
I can definitely imagine that.
That's brutal.
And it's a very cute design.
And
most of
thank you.
I think it's very cute. I would have this on my party. And what I really like about this is that it just looks like a fish that's trying to mimic. It's very good. I really like it.
Show dial.
And what I tend to do this sometimes with like going from, I like to give meaning to the shinies and the original. So the original color, it kind of goes with both like freshwater areas,
salmon.
like pond. No, like ponds. You either have one that tends to be like, if you look down the water, it's very green, or one that's very muddy. So there's I guess in this region there's a lot more greenish ones, so those are most common. But if this happens to be in a muddier area of fresh water, obviously the ones that are shiny are going to do better. So it's kind of like an evolution thing. Like
it's kind of like the East Coast West Coast shells, except it didn't apply to two forms.
More explanation for a shiny preposterous.
I love everything that you just said about it. It's perfect. It's like rainbow trout and brown trout.
That'd be actually a pretty fun like shiny hunting tactic. Is as if certain environments gave better shiny rates because of camouflage.
That's how I feel. That's in my mind. That's how shinies work, even though it's totally not. Like the reason the reason the shinies are rare is because that coloring is not as effective, so it isn't as common, because the regular color does better in an evolutionary standpoint.
Yep.
That just makes sense in my head. That's what I want shinies to be.
I've always viewed shinies as just like the equivalent of albinoism in Pokemon.
More. That also makes sense, but I want to
make a second shiny.
I want to have a cooler meaning.
Last thing about your shiny, totally off topic. The tail on the shiny looks like a crimped empanada, and now it made me hungry.
You're welcome. All of mine also had. I was also hungry when I did this, so yes, that's exactly what I know. Okay, so if all the critiques are out of the way, we're gonna move on to the middle evolution, where I can get more praise put upon me.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
You know how we like praise around here.
Okay, I'll get the tomatoes ready here, Jeff. Here's your rotten eggs.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Well, hopefully you'll put them away.
Oh!
Yes.
Whoa!
We got Gatorade.
I love the name,
dude.
I came up with the name. Go ahead.
You really pushed like the convergence. Like it looks less like the original Pokemon, but I think that is actually really cool because it makes sense that the baby looks like it the most.
Yeah,
as it grows up, that's cool.
Just like yours. That's kind of where I was really liking what you did with yours. I'm like, because I didn't even realize I was doing it with mine until you talked about it in yours. I'm like, wait,
Hell
That's kind of what I did with mine. That makes sense. I'm a genius.
So mine's definitely not as like convergent as I thought it would be, because you guys like especially yours. And I wish I kind of delved into the convergent a little more after looking at yours. But holy crap,
Yeah,
James, I'm actually jealous.
Oh, stop. You stop that.
I love this.
I'm putting that on my resume.
That's
Made Jeff jealous.
He
with
makes
this
me feel ways. Like
This is amazing.
I
Yeah,
love
that-
the silhouette as well.
Yeah,
Very
the
solid
shiny
silhouette.
on this one had less of a meaning. I just like the colors. So,
Oh, the
Very
colors are
solid
amazing.
colors.
but I guess it also could work in certain freshwater areas. I mean, deeper, I guess,
Yeah, I mean, even
because that's what this
saltwater.
one does. Like I'm going to be totally honest. I came up with the name and the Pokedex entry after making the design. I did not want it to be themed after a rake, but I loved the tail so much. After I was done, I'm like, that's a rake.
Dude, turning a
It uses
fishtail
it
into
to
a
scoop
rake
up
was
prey.
genius.
So that's exactly, like on the Pokedex entry, it drags its tail through the mud as it swims, looking for prey. Fishermen avoid muddy bodies of fresh water, as there's a good chance this Pokemon has already scared off or eaten most of the fish in the area.
Awesome.
So yeah, it just swims around, raking its tail across the bottom to scare prey out of the mud, and it chases them down and eats them.
I
Um,
didn't even read the Pokedex entry yet, so you did a really good design with the tail. Like,
Thank
it was
you.
instantly, like, to me, it was just, yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah. So, shower me with praise. Go ahead.
Okay,
I'm
all
listening.
right.
Very
So
good, very
here's my praise. I love that it works so well with the concept of making it a gar, an alligator gar, especially, and
Mhm.
you like actually made it like gator-like too, and it goes so well.
He's like, I
As-
like it so much, I'm gonna smother you tonight and take all the credit.
Yeah,
The
Hey,
name
guys,
is
look what I
also
drew.
almost Gatorade.
yeah, Gatorade. Yeah, don't sue me. Yeah, but like, yeah, like when I first came up with the idea to do this as a convergent species, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so easy. There's already so close, and then like it was actually a lot harder getting into it, trying to figure out how to not make it just a fish and also have a good blend of Sandile's line plus the alligator gar, and not make it just one or just the other. It as simple as easy as it sounded when I first started, it was much more of a challenge, which I liked. I liked how much of a challenge it ended up being, and I'm glad it turned out as well as it did. I'm super proud of these designs.
It's the perfect
Yeah.
combination of both.
Thank you.
I love the pose you left it into. It's like looking at its tails, like, what did I find now? What I got?
What is this? It's nothing.
Yeah, super solid pose. Very dynamic.
Thank you.
It would have the turn radius like a shark. So like once it stirred something up, it would basically 360 in an instant. That's what he's doing right now.
Oh yeah, as soon as it feels something in his tail, it just whips around and rah.
That's amazing.
The shiny makes me. I would never use a regular colored one. I would
No, the
always.
shiny
Yeah,
color is
definitely
so
go
awesome.
shiny. It almost looks like an ice type Pokemon.
Yeah, on the shinies on these, I wanted to make them close to the Sandile lines colors to really drive home that connection. But with this one, because I did hue shifts. I took the colors of what I did and tried to hue shift it towards
Yes.
and get a color close to the original line. But then when I was shifting this one, I got to this, and I'm like, I can't not
You
give it this one.
you select the entire picture and then shift it.
This one I did. Usually I wouldn't, but I accidentally
Usually
merge
I
layers.
select color by color. Then I
Yeah.
just try to find the shift stuff.
Unfortunately, I accidentally merged layers I didn't mean to.
Hmm.
So on this one
Ooh.
I was forced to hue shift when I would normally
It
pick
was
color by
destiny,
color.
dude. It worked out great.
Yeah, I was lucky that it did work out.
The tongue, especially, is really cool. It's a nice pop of color.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I
Love it.
just really want to see the final evolution.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
I
where
am
I'm not
really
going to show it
looking
to
forward
you.
it.
I'm not gonna show it. Who's next?
I'm gonna guess the next one has the name Brook in it,
Brooke?
like like a brook of body
Oh.
water.
Well,
No,
you're
it's
wrong.
just a dude called Brooke.
Well, I didn't want to say Brookadile because it's not a dial anymore.
No. Are we ready for the big reveal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
Show
3,
it.
2, 1. Boop. Predator.
Predator.
Yes.
Whoa!
Amazing
Oh
game.
my
Amazing
god!
shiny,
It goes
amazing
full
design.
gar.
Amazing.
It looks so much. Yeah. It's not even.
That is
Wow.
badass.
Oh,
Thank
love
you.
that.
I
want
designed
this
this Pokemon to be
This-
something that I want on my
Dark
team.
alligator.
This would be a design rival,
Sick.
like, you know, if you're counting like people's like favorite to use,
Uh-huh.
this would be a design rival to Aerocuda.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is much better than Aracuda.
Oh, stop
This
it.
is a million
I
times
agree.
better than
I
agree.
could see two parties of people in the fandom, like, are you Aerocuda or are you Predator? Like,
Predator.
there's only two
100%.
sides.
Well,
Predator is based. Aracuda's cringe.
Hello. I've done
this
it.
is officially my favorite fish Pokemon.
And look, it's a rideable Pokemon.
Does the normal form, the coloring, that's the shiny of Crocodile, isn't it?
It is, yes. It is.
That's
Genius.
awesome.
Genius.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So let's get into the Pokedex entry. It will bite anything that gets too close and decide after if it is food. Fishermen despise this Pokemon because it will eat their catches while they are reeling them in.
I can already
Wow.
imagine
Just
like a
reeling
fisher
a
just
fish
being all
head.
like, these darn predators, always stealing my food. And I'm
Every pond in the game this thing lives in, the only other thing in there is Magikarp. It's the only thing it doesn't eat.
like, yeah. I can imagine like a fisher like just has a whole bunch of fish caught in a net, and it just looks away for 1 second, and it's gone. And then it just sees a predator swimming away, licking its face.
Trail of blood.
It looks like
Ah,
it
dang
has a
it.
smile too. That's very cute.
Yeah, it is kind of cute, isn't it? Thank
It's
you.
eyes
It's like,
are very
hey,
friendly.
what you got over there? I'm gonna eat it.
Got some for me?
Some for me. But yeah, I think this one it actually goes a little leans less into the Gar aspect and more towards the Gator. But I wasn't mad at that. This is just what came out, and I was totally satisfied with it. It loses its rake. It doesn't do that anymore. It's more. I guess he's more of a.
It's a bullet
of
train now. It doesn't need to.
It's more.
Yeah.
It's like a. I mean, it definitely takes advantage of, fishermen and the.
I would totally name mine Chainsaw.
Yeah.
It looks like it can go very fast with that big tail fin, like just.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, minimal movements, top speed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's rake
Rapid
turns
little
into
paddles.
like a
Burst. It is
super
a
paddle.
burst of speed. Yes, absolutely.
It's I already know it. It's past paradox form. It's like a Mosasaurus.
This
That's
is
awesome.
this is past paradox form of crocodile.
I know you said you went less Gar with it, but it totally still comes across. It's so perfect.
Well, I mean, and actually, I think this one, I actually did more Gar towards the front. Like with the Sandile version, it's pretty much Sandile's head, and then turns into a Gar at the end. But this one, I gave it like a much like narrower snout, like the jaw.
Yeah.
So because that's really a defining feature of an alligator Gar. Is that
Mhm.
it has a really long, skinny jawline there, like
And there
you know,
are crocodiles with needle. I think there's
Yeah.
a needle nose crocodile.
basically, yeah. So I mean,
Also, I love the pontoon thighs on this guy.
Yeah.
like little missiles there.
What I really love, I've said this before, but like what I really love is that it's the conversion mon. But it like if I compare this to Crocodile,
Mhm.
they don't look that alike. But I think that's good because
Yeah,
I can't stress that enough. How much I like that. It's just really cool.
I
Brilliant.
wanted to. I did as you went on through it. I did find it much less necessary to look like the original species. I still wanted to sprinkle like the eye shape is very crocodile. I tried to make the nose and snout, the jaw and everything a good blend, but I really wanted to lean hard towards alligator Gar because at this point it doesn't need to look close, like look the same.
Yeah, and what is also interesting is that if you look at Convergent in real life, you got like sharks and dolphins. Those look pretty similar. But then you got a mole and a mole cricket. They don't look anything alike at all, but they still converged on the same point. Yeah. And that is what convergence is. Convergence isn't looking like the exact same thing, but just different. It's coming to the same conclusion that the other one did.
Yep.
Just on your own way, and you did that perfectly.
Oh, well, in that case, I gotta edit mine real quick. No.
We'll see you
I was thinking the
4
same
weeks.
thing. After this one, I don't want to go anymore. You guys go. I'm gonna sit this one out.
All right, we'll wrap it up.
Did I win this one? Holy moly.
I think it's gonna be a very strong contender for the fan favorite.
I honestly think
I agree.
this is my favorite already, and I didn't go concept wise like you did. Like, you just put so much thought and effort. Same with Amber, like a lot of different things going into it. I literally
put zero effort into it.
Man, no, not that I didn't put effort. I think I really tried my best, but my concept's gonna suck. You guys are gonna be like, lame.
He's like, I did the convergent evolution of the Koopa Troopa. This is the Koopa Troopa with wings and a red shell.
How did you? Did I send it to you already?
He's just like, I drew Wiglett.
I called it slop. What did you say earlier?
No, guys, it's Diglett, but flying.
Flaplet.
I was taking a sip of
Wiglett.
No, it's like a grass type,
Almost
so it's
coughed.
Diglett.
Wiglett. Oh my god.
Love it.
Get out of here.
Diglett
All right.
every type.
Well, I guess we got to bring it home strong, so I'm gonna let Donnie go last. 'Cause I don't know. I don't know. I like my designs. They're just not
Jeff's like, it's got all the disappointments have to go in the middle of the video.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Alrighty, so I chose drum roll. The Ghastly line.
Whoa! Hang on now.
Graffiti Ghastly.
That
It's
is so
Graffiti
cool.
Ghastly.
That's such a natural conclusion, honestly.
So
man, you
Ghost,
should have gone
wow.
last.
You tricked me.
no, see,
Yeah.
You
that's
said
the
yours
thing.
was gonna be bad.
I was waiting to.
The concept sucks.
disappointed.
It's literally Ghastly.
No, it's awesome because like, when you think of convergence, you don't think of an alive thing mimicking a dead thing, and that's what makes this awesome.
I wanted see. My thought was like, I want to take a ghost Pokemon, since what the fuck would a convergent species of that be? But I thought electric would be like the most sensical thing that you could do, and make it a little
You'd have
orb.
to do something elemental for something incomplete.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I was thinking it has like, well, I don't have the Pokedex entry, I'll make it later, but I was thinking like, that iron sand that you'd find like dig in and use a magnet and catch all that stuff. That's
Cool. Yeah.
kind of what it's made of. And
are you telling me this is ground ghost? Electric?
Well, it's
ground
electric?
Yeah.
Ground-
Ground electric, but I also dive into a you'll see once I show you the other evolutions, it starts turning into something.
Wait, I have to. There's the little detail here that I noticed that I can't stop looking at, and it's the line in the middle of the tongue at the end. It is a little jagged thing, like a what do you call it? A life support thing?
Yes,
and but also like I can't quit. Like I just noticed
Attention
that,
to detail.
and it is
Awesome.
it is fantastic attention to detail.
That's really sick. Yeah. So like when it licks you, that's what happens to you.
Yeah, you die.
You die. You straight up die.
So yeah, my concept was making it slightly like a virus type as well. Like it kind of like,
oh Jesus,
you find this in like cities and urban areas, like where like a lot of things are going on. So
This
very
is-
junky.
Oh,
This
doing
is
the
the
same thing
cyber-
as Ghastly.
This is like the electric
This is Convergent.
gremlin from Gremlins 2.
this is the cyberpunk Pokemon right here. This is
Kinda,
Amazing.
really
yeah.
is.
Its signature move. I've already got its signature move for you. Are you ready? Electrocute.
oh my god.
Oh,
That's perfect.
damn it, Donnie! I'm gonna steal that from you. I never stole anything from Donnie ever. Yeah.
I can
So,
definitely
so
imagine
no-
this Pokemon like just being there when Ghastly is no longer.
Oh my god. This is, okay, so no spoilers, but actually this is kind of a plug. You guys need to go and check out PRIMA's channel because we did a collab with her, with a whole bunch of artists, and it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And there was one that is in the very similar vein to this, and that's I had never thought of like a city electric like cyberpunk type of Pokemon until I saw that one, and I fell in love with the concept, and this is giving me those vibes. I'm not gonna spoil it. Go watch that video. You'll see what I'm talking about. Go watch it right now, twice. Watch it twice.
Go watch it twice. Three.
You know what?
I don't even think I saw that on my timeline.
Plug.
I've been waiting for that video. I didn't know it was already out.
It's not.
It's not.
Oh,
it's
okay.
not. But
I'm watching it anyways.
But you know, you were kind of there when we recorded, so that's what I'm.
All right. Well, I did my dumb ass out.
Nah. But this is giving me those vibes, and it's making me fall in love all again. I love the idea of like a city electric cyberpunk type of Pokemon, and I love this so much.
Yeah, you'd probably
because
find
it makes
them
you wonder where the future
area.
of the Pokemon is going to go.
Yes,
like,
I want it.
Of the Pokemon species.
This would make a good future Paradox form too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, yeah. Anyways, so this is Zaply.
Zaply.
Very good
The
name.
elemental effects are nuts. I can't stop looking at them. They're so good.
Thank you.
Very
Wow, yeah.
eye-catching, yeah.
That's the one thing I really tried to do well was like the elemental effects. Basically, I affect like every other evolution to this, and you'll see it gets better and better. I think.
I love the pupils too. The pupils are everything about this design was just spot on, perfect.
Thank you. All right, you guys ready for the next one?
Yes.
No, because you lied to me, and you told me mine was better, and now...
Dude, yours is better.
No, I like yours so much better.
Really? That means a lot to me. All right, so here is...
Yeah, I think it's a total mistake to try to copy the Pokemon style.
Sparkler.
Oh.
Very cool. Oh, I love how it's more of that sand.
You can't see it, but I'm like rubbing my face right now. I can't, like oh my god, I can't stop. I love it.
So yeah, Zaply turns into Sparkler, and it gets more like, you know how Venom turns into like that symbiotic like gooey thing. I picture like Sparkler like just kind of turning into whatever it wants to like shapeshift into.
Yeah.
Kind of like the I don't want to spoil the thing because, I mean, James already go watch it.
Just go watch it. We know what I'm talking about.
If I were to envision this Pokemon in the 3D games, I would envision its black part just made of like billions of like black and gray pixels that are just constantly like pixelating.
Oh, yeah.
Like noise, but more with black pixels than white pixels.
It reminds me a lot of the original Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what it's giving me.
It
looks like the ghost that you have to do for the Silph specs.
You're gonna love the last picture I'll show you. But anyways, yeah, since you said that, but
is it a dead Marowak?
No, dead Marowaks everywhere.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, so Sparkler, you know, it gets like that like glowish, like that glowy like pumpkin glow inside of its face. It can like turn it off too, and like it doesn't really have eyes. It's just like this amoeba, but it's like like more of that Venomy look is what I was.
Does that mean that the actual Pokemon is just the yellow bits inside, right?
Basically, it's just I didn't really come up with a concept for that, but it's just like a giant sparkly, living sentient kinetic sand.
So okay, you know, sorry to interrupt. You know, on Twilight Princess when they have those like black pixelated like portals that open up and shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I imagine him being made out of.
Oh yeah.
Just like he's got like a vague silhouette, but it's like there's no solid outline. It's like always like changing.
I like how it looks like Haunter, obviously. But it doesn't have like those signature ears that Haunter has. This one has a much more wild shape to it. Like in battle, I can definitely imagine it like just jittering and glitching all over the place. Whereas with Haunter, it's pretty stable. With this one, it's just like zapping. It's like
kind of like Rotom is what I had.
Yeah.
I had.
Like how Rotom just like jitters all around. Like
an
evil nightmare version of Rotom.
Yeah, I kind of see this thing sort of going back to part of Prima's design, sort of like evolutionary mimicry in a way. Like it's mimicking Haunter because people like Haunter, so it tries to mimic it so it can get caught, and then maybe like it feeds off the electricity of the Pokeball, or like when it gets put in a PC, like it wants to be put in a PC because it has constant access to electricity and whatnot. I don't know.
Yes.
It's just kind of one of like it meant like some trainers actually want it, but a lot of them catch it because they think it's Haunter.
When hackers take over your system, the icon that shows up over your screen is this guy's face.
That's so
and it
funny.
Kind of drives home that what you were saying about the first evolution, how it's sort of based on like a virus in a way. Like this is just the next step. Like
it's funny that Donnie mentioned that, because well, the last evolution, which I will show you soon, is exactly what I pictured on, like, you know, you go to the dark web and you see this, you know what I mean?
Also, fun fact on the electricity thing, humans have electricity in them a little bit. So, you know, if it's a little bit hungry, it can go for a tiny snack.
Yeah.
Just bite your little toe.
Yeah.
Just kill them instantly. My Pokemon like to kill things. All right, so let's go to
I love his little mouth rips.
Last one. I want to see it.
The last one here. Hold on. So this is Gigagar.
Whoa, dude!
That definitely is going into my PC.
I hate you.
It's like
I hate
everything.
you so much.
This thing has to be like 3 times the size of Gengar. Like this has to be like a 9-foot tall Pokemon.
Humongous.
Yeah,
right?
he's
It looks
huge.
Freaking huge. And you can see like the like, especially with the cubes on the left part, like the left top part.
Oh my
with the
God.
cubes.
Yeah,
they're
that's the
detailed,
pixelated
which implies
thing.
that it is a very
Yeah.
It's glitching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have something you have to hear. Keep talking though. I'll find it while you guys go over your.
Yeah.
stuff.
So I gave him like I didn't give him 2 eyes. I just wanted it to be like kind of creepy. So I kind of gave him like
it's
that
like
little
one eyeball.
It's
Yeah,
so
like a little
it's kind of
spark.
like Duskull, how it has like one pupil for both sides and kind of goes back and forth.
Yes, kind
I
of.
love that.
Basically, I was like thinking it's just that like a solo spark that just floats in his head or something like that. But
I
yeah,
can definitely
Gigagar.
see this thing like because Haunter's always had one of those weird like evolution methods, like trading and whatnot.
Mhm.
I can totally see this one having a weird evolution method that's based on like putting it in the PC,
That's
next
what
to
I
a
thought.
certain Pokemon that can like maybe like next to a other electric, like a box that only has electric Pokemon in it or something like something weird like that.
That would be so cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea a lot.
And then
actually.
all those are dead.
yeah,
Yeah, you
and
have
then they
those are
die.
sacrificed. Yeah, they.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely what I imagine too. Like it's just in your PC, right? Like an evolutionary method in your PC, and then you just kind of look back in your PC and you're like, what the heck is this? And you grab it and it's like this really sick Pokemon. And like, I love the little lightning it's got in his hands, by the way.
Yeah. A little
This
bolt
is-
of lightning.
Yeah,
It's gonna punch.
this Zeus bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it's reminding me of.
And Gigagar is such a cool name.
It is so
Like,
good.
oh, it has power behind it. Gigagar.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's fun to
Gigagar.
say too.
This is the close. Maybe you'll get what laugh I'm thinking of. I didn't know what it was called, but this is the closest. It's pretty close. But if this thing Gigagar had a cry, this would be the cry.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear this. Let's see. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, wait
hell
for the
yeah.
laugh.
Yeah, that's fitting. This is like Gengar, but like better.
Oh my god,
prefer
that's
this.
awesome. That's literally exactly what I would pick. Oh, I'm stealing that.
Yeah, that doomed hacker left. Ooh, ha, ha,
Yeah.
ha. Like,
That's
I could
so
just see
Donnie, a
it
lot of
good.
your ideas are
pixelated.
getting stolen tonight, it seems.
I know. I'm just an idea factory. I don't know why.
I
I'm
never
poor.
stole anything from Donnie.
No.
All right, so the last thing I wanted to show you was the
More?
Is it
Just-
you don't have a mega? Stop it.
No,
Or-
no, it's not
okay.
a mega. It's not
Oh.
a mega.
I
It's
can't
not a
take
mega.
much more.
Is it the
It's
Gigantamax
this.
one?
It's the trio, but the shiny version.
No!
Oh,
Yeah, those are
dude,
super
the
sick.
red eyes.
Black and red. are always the best shinies, no matter what.
God.
So I
always
chose
the
to
best
do like
shinies.
black and white with the red accents. That's basically, yeah.
It looks very like Gen 1 too, because it reminds me of the Ghost from Gen 1.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
That
yes.
was like old, and well, Gen was not old, but you know, it reminds me of like old being reminds me of like black and white, and then does that make sense?
Yes,
No,
yes.
I get it. Yeah.
That's kind of what I was going for, like a vintage, like a nostalgic kind of look. You know,
You would find these exclusive. I can imagine like you're going through an old PC that you found somewhere, right? Like the first Pokemon PC ever made, and they're inside right there.
oh, that would be so cool if that's
Yeah.
how you first encounter these things, and then they just disappear like Suicune, Raikou, and Entei.
Oh, what if in order to keep these things in battle, you had to have like a Silph scope, otherwise it would run like the old Ghost.
Oh, that would be so cool.
In order to actually catch it, like, yeah.
That's the only way to find
That
this
would be very
variant.
cool.
The self decoder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stealing that.
what if normally when you find these things, they are literally Ghastly Haunter and Gengar, but then if you have a certain item, that's when it like removes the veil and it shows as like they were this thing in disguise.
I know how you find these things.
Ah,
They're in a ghost town, right? So there's a lot of ghost Pokemon around. There's an old Pokemon Center that's abandoned, and if you try to use the PC, you encounter these things.
ooh.
Yes.
That's so awesome. I really
That's
like
very
that.
cool. It's like the new Rotom.
Yeah.
The evil, messed
It's
up Rotom.
The evil Rotom.
Like I could see, like you walk into the town, you can tell it's an abandoned town. It's like a ghost town. But if you get within a certain proximity of the Pokemon Center, like the Pokemon Center activates and lights up, except there's like the lights kind of like flicker, and like maybe like when you walk in, the song is like not quite right. It's like
Oh, that sounds
like-
really creepy.
it's kind of like when you're listening to a record and instead of like doing the da 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 da, it's like
It's in minor key.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
That's like-
I want it to
terrifying.
be like the regular Pokemon Center theme, but
Mhm.
like mixed
It's
with like the
meow,
Lavender
meow,
Town theme, like
meow,
it just
meow.
feels
Oh, yeah.
off like Lavender Town.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh
that
man.
sounds so
Maybe I
scary.
can make that actually a sound
That's how
in
they
my
lure people in.
garage
'Cause
band.
they try to make him think that you can use the Pokemon Center.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
make
do
you make
that.
it for this video, and it sounds like this, everybody.
Spooky.
Electrifying designs.
So,
Hey, these designs really shocked me.
oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
All right, now for the real disappointment, I
Oh
guess.
no!
Stop it. Stop it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next video.
All right, so I actually got a shout out to Rock Tillery, my buddy.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do for Convergent Species, and he threw this out to me as an idea. He said, "Why don't you take the Bellsprout line and make
I'm already
them
interested.
into fish?"
What?
Wow.
I can't.
Okay.
Okay, my brain is going crazy right now. I can't
I am-
imagine what this is gonna be.
I don't know what's gonna happen. That sounds
So-
really exciting. That sounds like such a weird, bizarre, wacky idea.
It actually came quite naturally. I didn't have to do a lot of guesswork. The middle stage was the one that had its name pop into my head first,
Uh-huh.
and the rest of them I had to do a lot of
Ding
thinking.
bell.
And I am very, very proud of the final stage's name because it's structured just like how Game Freak does their names. It's like got tiers to it.
Oh.
So I
Damn
will
you.
explain all of that. But for my Convergent, I tried to follow all the rules that are set for Convergence. So a very similar silhouette. I didn't really realize that there was the super effective against the original, but I ended up doing that anyway. To a degree. It's kind of like, because it's 2 types, just like Bellsprout is grass poison. This is like,
I can't believe it's an ice psychic type.
Bellsprout's good against it, but Bellsprout's also bad against it. So it depends on who goes first, but they've got the same stats, base stats, and all that. I didn't move anything. So
show us.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, is this a beta fish? Oh, it is a beta fish.
Oh my!
That is so
God.
cool.
That is, and you said yours.
Every
one of you does this.
Lame.
Every one of you does this. This design rules, and I love the little like shine you gave it.
Yeah, it's glowing like a bulb.
Cool.
So instead of a bell,
and the feet are actually like.
I hate you.
So instead of bell, I did bulb because they are water electric, and so he's actually subtly glowing like a light bulb.
That's why it's like.
You genius.
And
I like that you went electric too.
And I had. Go ahead. What?
I love the shiny is just an alternate coloring of a beta fish. Like I've seen both of these beta fish. Like,
but what you might not have noticed is the shiny and the original all have the same colors. They're just swapped around.
Oh, that's genius. This is not a beta fish; it's an alpha fish.
Sigma fish.
So yeah, I tried to do. If you look down at the silhouette, I tried to do a similar silhouette, but there was nothing I could do with the body leaves other than make them the fin and the tail. And I was like, well, of course it's going to be a beta fish. It looks like a beta fish.
The fact that you made the twig legs into like, I don't know what they're called. But like,
the beta fish have these like trailing fins up underneath them. Not all the species do, but some of them have that.
I know what they're called from doing one of our videos. They're called anal fins. That's what they're called.
So
somebody have to fact check me on that.
This has very nice anal fins.
Very nice anal fins.
Okay, so yeah, I did bulb instead of bell, and then Bruta comes from beta and brutal. I couldn't. I tried to do the convergent thing where their names sound the same, like Bellsprout. Or sorry, like Tentacool and Toadscool and Wiglett and Diglett. But there's only so much you can do with Bellsprout. So it was like I was like Bulb Brute, but I was like I kind of want to put the name Beta in there, so I did Bulb Bruta.
I love that. I love the name. The design is so strong too.
I love it.
It is.
Designs are my forte.
So I had a really hard time coming up with the colors I wanted to do. Because I almost did like rainbow fins, but then I made that as part of their species. So kind of like a Vivillon, you'd be able to maybe get like a whole bunch of different colors of these guys. But I also have it to where I think it's in the dex entry. Let's see. These Pokemon are strong fighters but weak swimmers. Because like with beta fish, they go in a bowl and they don't do well with anything that has a current that pushes them around. Preferring bodies of water with little to no current, they fight using their bodies and lips. The way fish kiss, they fight with their lips. The long leg-like fins aren't very useful in battle, but do help on holding them in place underwater by holding onto aquatic plants. So they can kind of like crawl on the bottom of the area, like grabbing onto
with
seaweed and whatever.
With their anal fins.
It is believed Bulbruta come in 151 different color combinations.
I see what you did there.
But their bodies shimmer in rainbow hues when they use electric attacks, so it could be a rumor only.
I love it so much that you added like the shine effect to it. Like I can just see that it's a bulb.
Yeah.
I love that. Like that,
yeah, he's
little
got
subtle detail.
I don't know if you can see it, but if you zoom in, he's actually got some scaling going on.
Oh
That's
yeah!
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, that's
I
super
gave
subtle.
I gave everything. It's like a thing I'm doing because they like Game Freak does that one shit. Game Freak does that where like everything kind of has a subtle texture, and I've tried to do that, but with their skin, I wanted to do like fish. Because this guy's got a subtle texture to his fins too.
Yeah, I can see that with the fins very clearly. Yeah.
But
I love the little textures that they do. It's
Yeah,
so subtle, but when you notice it,
when I added the glow, I was like, oh, it kind of gets rid of the scales. But I was like, oh, maybe some eagle-eyed people will see it.
Yeah.
DeviantArt. You know what's funny is back when I thought we were going to record this, I had uploaded these to my DeviantArt like a month ago.
Oh,
they've been on my DeviantArt.
Oh my god.
So people got spoiled.
You leaked
Wow.
information from Doodle
did.
Lounge? How
I did.
dare you?
Oh my god.
Well, remember I stayed up till 5 a.m. finishing
Contract
these,
fees.
and we were gonna do
Well.
this video right after Prima's big collab. And so I was like, oh, I'll just upload everything to my DeviantArt. And then like people are like, oh, I gotta go work because I'm an adult.
I can't believe you've done this. You know, I'm so angry. Jeff, you're fired.
Yeah. Yay! I mean, huh?
I'm free. Dang it. All right. And that's the only one I did. Ta-da. Bye. No, I'm just
Well, it
kidding.
was fun.
It's all you need.
So I gave him motor drive, which I don't remember what that does.
It increases your speed when you get hit by electricity.
Yeah. And then rivalry because beta fish hate the same gender.
Ah.
All right. You guys ready for the next evolution?
Heck
I'm so
yeah.
ready. I'm so Reggie.
Okay. So this is the one that I had the name already intact. Say hello to Gulper Bulb.
Oh, ooh.
Oh my
That-
god.
That is amazing.
Holy
That-
crap. Dude,
Look,
that
There I
was
go,
so-
holding my
that.
face again. I can't-
It's
It was gonna be Grouper Bulb, but I wanted like weeping, like gulping. So
Yeah.
this
Ooh.
is so good. Love the shiny, by the way. This is so good with the big mouth. I'm speechless. Genuinely speechless. I love this design. It's wow.
Please explain.
okay.
Please
So
explain.
I was looking at Weeping Bell and I was like, he needs to be a grumpy fish. So I Googled up grumpy fish and I got the grouper fish.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys know what a grouper fish looks like.
Oh yeah.
You can look it
They're
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
pretty scary.
So they're kind of like coelacanths a little bit. And they tend to be brown and they're big and they're ancient.
They are giant, which makes
So-
them scary.
Yeah.
So it also worked with them being water electric. I almost did like Bull Brood of water fighting and this one water ground and the next one water dark or whatever. But I didn't want to make it too complicated. So I made them all water electric and I made it work. So the grouper guy, he goes along like the bottom of the ocean. Like they barely swim. Like they look like they're just kind of floating like a blimp.
Mhm.
Right.
He moves with his mouth.
So it's got its electric spots that glow like bioluminescently, and its eyes kind of glow too, which is why I did the shine on the cheeks. It's like so they live in not quite deep, super deep water, but they live, at the bottom of the ocean, in shallower ocean areas. So that's like a dark blue down there, but it's pretty dark. And they just swim along the rocks and the rocks and the sand and whatever. And their sensory, the electric sensories and their fins and stuff, like a shark that can sense anything hiding under the sand and the rocks, and they shock it out, and while it's paralyzed, they just go, they just suck it up.
That sounds terrifying.
So these Pokemon swim slowly along the ocean floor using their electromagnetic sensors to root out prey, which they suck up into their large mouths with lightning-quick reflexes. Most who encounter this Pokemon think they are ground type, but they're simply developed the ability to absorb electricity, hence the Volt Absorb instead of Motor Drive. And then they also have Swift Swim as their hidden ability.
Mhm.
I just love how this design is. Whenever I look at Weeping Bell, I think it is kind of cute, genuinely. But this is far from cute. In a very, very good way. I love how different it looks from Weeping Bell. Like,
Mhm.
But it
Honestly,
actually
I can't
plays
say-
really well with the design of Weeping Bell too. You actually like got it pretty much like as Weeping Bell. I can
Yeah.
see it.
yeah,
The top of Weeping Bell was really hard because I was like,
Yeah.
it's just a twig up there. It's like,
it's a surprise.
I'm
how
like,
much
where am I
Weeping
gonna
Bell
put the
already
rest of
looks
the
like a
fish? yeah.
Because it's literally just one big face. Just
I really didn't know
wow.
what to do with its shiny, so I just gave it semi Weeping Bell kind of colors.
It's a very sick shiny. Very good shiny.
I also love that so far with the two I've seen from you, you could reuse these on the episode that we are going to do eventually, that what if Disney characters for Pokemon because I'm getting very Flounder vibes from both of them. Like if Ariel was a Pokemon trainer, this would be her Flounder.
Yeah, she'd have a shiny Gopher bulb.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Any other questions, comments?
I can't
but
say anything anymore. I just love this design so much.
I can't.
And I didn't
It's
do
so
the.
different, but
I
it
didn't
looks
do the,
so much like Weeping Bell. Like when I
didn't
see
do
this
the
thing, I'm like
scales.
Weeping Bell.
I did more of like a grouper kind of skin.
No, yeah, they have they don't have scales.
Yeah, I can see that. The texture is more apparent than the other one.
Okay, so I really have to say, it's like I said, so far, the Fakemon that we have shown in this video are some of the strongest we've shown on this channel. Like this,
I think so too. I think everybody's got winners.
Yeah, for sure.
I am absolutely in love with all the Pokemon we've shown so far, so I'm very happy with this. Don't screw it up with the last Pokemon, Donnie.
So the last one's just Bulbachew. No,
Bulbachew.
All right.
Last one I named Larry. It's just a guy.
All right. So I'm going to tell you this thing's name before I show it.
Okay.
I named it. So I did I was like, okay, I don't know how to make a Pokemon sound like Victory Bell. Because I was looking at fish names and it's like, okay, this doesn't work. That doesn't work. I was like, what sounds like victory? So I'm like Googling what sounds like victory. And I found actually a fish term. And it's called fiskery. And it's the right to fish within the law or something like to that effect. And it's spelled with a PH. So I took the PH away and did an F for fish, fiskery.
Yeah.
And then the fiskery is spelled like scary, but also with two E's like ree. And then bulb, of course. So fiskery bulb. Here's fiskery bulb.
Ooh. I
want this.
I want this on my team. This is like doing it's like just as Victory Bell. It's like luring.
And fiskery works because it's an angler fish. It literally fishes. It has the right by law to fish.
I can imagine this thing just in the depth of the ocean. You just see that and you think, what the hell is a Victory Bell doing here? And then you get closer and like, I'm dead, and then you die.
I wanted
shiny
to say
is awesome, by the way.
Right now, yeah, I was gonna
shiny
say
is
shiny
like very vampiric. I love it.
I love that so much, and the fact that you made Victory Bell an angler fish, and it works so goddamn well. Like you put the fan over its mouth. Like
I love it. Yeah,
just a tiny little light bulb.
I want to be your best friend. Good feelings gone.
And you said, Donnie, that this design was the worst. Shame on you.
Very much shame on you.
No one here has a bad design.
It's
seriously
an anglerfish. The fins look like bat wings. It's dark. It's edgy. I love it so much.
The attention to detail with the wings.
The way this thing I'm envisioning swimming in the water is just like super scary. Just like terrifying. Freaking light bulb forward. Just
looking at this thing, I'm envisioning not getting in the water ever again. So that's
well, lucky for you, this thing's deeper than you can ever go.
Look how big it is.
I'm still scared of it.
You'd have to take a submersible in the Pokemon game and go down there.
Can I use a Logitech controller to control it?
Too soon, man.
we already know this video is going to come out 4 months from now, so it's
okay. So I gave it motor drive, because the speed thing, and then storm drain because it brings things to itself. But the way I imagine swimming, it actually swims upright. So here, it's actually upside down, kind of like how it's supposed to be. And it would swim, with its long tail, kind of like flapping really slowly. Because it doesn't go fast. It goes really slow until it senses with its electric, sensories, which are the spots that glow. Until it senses prey around. Then it kind of like suspends itself upside down, and it pulls its tail up over its jaw. But like, imagine the fin like sticking straight up in the air, kind of like a high five thing. and then it dances its little bulb in front of its mouth. And then when something comes and tries to nip at the bulb, it lowers the bulb real quick and slaps them down with its tail into its mouth.
That is, when you say it like that, that sounds really cool. Like I can already imagine this thing in motion. Also,
so
love
this
how
thing's mid-meal. Like it ate something.
Yeah, and the way it suspends itself, like it like flaps every once in a while, like bat wings. So
if my
little
Pongar,
Thunderstone, by the way, because you need a Leaf Stone to evolve Weeping Bell. That's just really cool.
If my little Pongar could be in the same water as this thing, it would have no chance. Like because it would have to try to nibble on the little bulb. It would have no chance. It would be dead. I would
most likely. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That fight instinct would get.
I'm so scared for my little Pongar.
Why put two bad bitches against each other?
So I'll read the Pokedex. These Pokemon live in the lightless depths of the ocean trenches, luring in prey with their tantalizing light bulb. They float in place, unmoving, waiting until prey approaches their glowing lure. When close enough, they move their lure away and slap their prey into their maw with their tail, like a lid on a bottle.
Like a lid on a bottle.
Lid on a bottle.
I love how, like, this is literally how Victreebel would hunt underwater. Because when you think of Victreebel, it's like luring things, right? But how do you do that underwater? Well, everyone thinks of an anglerfish, and boom, you did it.
Dead.
You're dead. An anglerfish.
Absolutely demolished by this thing.
Oh man! See,
absolutely killed.
What's funny is I could imagine this thing have like a sister species of Pokemon that also like has a convergent species. Like whatever Pokemon Victreebel eats, I feel went to a different, like had a convergent species to get away and not be eaten by Victreebel anymore. So Victreebel in return evolved to keep eating that Pokemon underwater.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, Venonat.
As soon as it sees it.
Oh man, now we gotta make a convergent Venonat that's a deep sea fish.
So I'll give you guys.
All of our Pokemon are ferocious killers, by the way.
They're so cool. I love all of these ferocious killers.
I'm gonna post some pictures of where I got the idea for the colors and the shiny.
Sure.
Let's see. I'm trying to find.
This one would not work as Ariel's Pokemon. This would be Ursula's Pokemon.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Right.
The shiny version as well.
I'm trying to find the right picture. So this is the anglerfish I based its color on.
Ooh.
Classic.
Dang, that thing is scary.
This is
classic anglerfish.
Best picture I can find immediately of the other anglerfish I based its shiny on.
Oh yeah.
Deep sea creatures are so cool.
They are.
Like I really love how they look. They look so different and weird.
They are
why we are afraid of the dark.
Yes. Seriously.
Well, if it saw us, it would probably think we're creepy.
Yeah,
we are.
That's true.
If they weren't all blind.
Yeah.
So that is everything for the convergent species. I hope everyone really enjoyed it as much as I did. I was absolutely blown away by everything we showed.
We really converged it.
We converged it. We made it. The social media links for all of us are down in the description, especially PRIMA Media. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and your talent. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep. Please, everyone watching, go down and check her socials. Check out her channel. Watch all the videos.
Watch all my videos.
All of them twice. It's absolutely amazing work. We're blessed, absolutely blessed. And then come back here and watch all our videos twice. And then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All that good YouTube stuff. Check out our Discord. PRIMA's there. PRIMA's hanging out in the Discord. Just posted art
it's
in
me.
She's there. Got it.
It's you.
It's me.
So if you want to hang out with the whole crew and chat, you can do that in our Discord. We're really trying to get more people in there. We want it to be a space for creators and artists and Pokemon lovers, all alike. We want it to be a big community. That's what we're trying to go for.
Yeah, we would love to see your art, whether it's Pokemon or not, and you can also follow along with our own challenges and show us what you did.
that is also a big thing that we want to do. We want to have people more involved with our current videos. After we post them, we would love to have the art gallery blow up with all kinds of art of similar things that we have done. We could even do a thing where we put in the next video, we call back to that and show some of the art. I would love to do that. I would love to get show more art from people in the Pokemon community. I love finding new artists, especially Fakemon artists, Pokemon artists, all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Definitely give us something to add into these outros where we trip over ourselves while
they give us free content.
Yeah. Don't you want to be on YouTube?
Your art can play while we're doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah, which is
you'll
trying
be
to famous.
Things
that you'll be let's not
for 5 seconds.
For 5 seconds.
Just like we.
And we will also blow you up with comments on the video. Like, oh, it's
we
so
will
amazing.
Also blow
we
you
love
up.
It. We will.
If you don't subscribe, we're gonna blow up your house.
Oh no!